Candoco have invited me to create a solo for Victoria Malin, and it's the first time that Candoco have ever commissioned a solo, which I think both for Candoco and for Vicky and also for me is a very, very interesting thing and something that we wanted to be really aware of and to really think about while we're making this piece. One of the things that I really am interested in thinking about is what dance is and what choreography is. And in this process, we've been thinking a lot about the boundaries of the self. And we've been thinking about the idea that maybe the boundaries of the self are mobile and not fixed. And that has led us to this thought that maybe someone is dancing not only when they are moving their muscles and bones, but they are dancing when they are moving their mind, which is a physical phenomenon I'm proposing, and when they're moving the boundaries of their self, which is also a body part.
The thing that's really sticking with me at the moment is in everything we do, it's a sense of, or having a sense of awareness of what you're doing. And I think that links really with the whole body-mind connection that we're trying to explore. Luckily, when I was at university, I studied psychology and I loved neuropsychology. So I'm really into the brain and MRI scans and the body. So I'm a bit of a science geek as well. So I think that's a really nice fit between the two of us.
We're trying to work on this proposition in several different ways. One of them really draws on thinking about Yvonne Reiner's Trio A. I read about Trio A being described as opening up new possibilities for the performance of the self. And that's very much what we are interested in making this solo.
The things we've been doing makes me realise how you kind of categorise yourself and fit yourself into little boxes and use things as excuses to say, oh well, I'm not that kind of person, or I don't do that type of thing, or that's not my strength, or this is my weakness, which is really interesting because I've been having to confront those and say, well, why not? Why can't I try this? Why can't I be that self? Which is really interesting. So that fits in for me, that whole idea of the self expanding and contracting.
One of the other really important influences for me is another American choreographer called Deborah Hay. One of the things that really interests me about Deborah Hay's approach to dance is that the performer's perception in the moment is a very important and for her visible part of the work.
Feedback from my whole body at once as my teacher. So just working on noticing the feedback, and working on also noticing the feedback from my practice of relationship with the other people in the room and with the camera in the room, and how was my practice of, with my practice of relationships. So
I'm really enjoying just always taking a step back from whatever we're doing and thinking, how can I be more aware of the processes that are going on? So as I'm moving, how can I be aware of the space, the people that may or may not be in it, and what I'm doing in that space?
For me, one of the main questions that I'm interested in addressing with this is, what is power? I'm trying to think about it in terms of what is power for an individual person, for an individual performer, and also what is power for dance as an art form. That's something that I'm also interested in looking at in some of my other work.
Next.
For me, it's about Vicky's ability to choose to be as big a self as she wants to be, with the mimetic reach of a solo contemporary dance performer, or she could be a self with the wider mimetic reach